Okay, so we were saying that we can summarize the way companies raise capital from these four into just two: equity financing and debt financing. Now, equity financing is basically selling part of your company, selling shares of your company, selling the ownership basically of the company. Now, financing is done. Sources of equity financing are usually a number of them. One of them is what we call angel investments. Angel investments. Angel investments. Yeah. Let's put them down here. Equity investments comes through one of those sources are angel investments. Angel investments. What are these angel investments? These are it's an angel investor, sometimes known as a private investor. Usually these are wealthy individuals, rich individuals, or wealthy individuals, or investors who can provide capital for a business. So these can sometimes be families, family members, for example, sometimes friends. Somebody looks at your business and idea. You discuss your business and idea, and then he says, I think I can lend you money. I think I can invest in your business.
In what condition?
And because it's equity financing. Remember, this is under equity financing. And what did I say about equity financing? The equity financing is about selling part of your company, selling stock, company stock, or shares of your company. Now, an angel investor comes in, and in exchange, you are giving him or her some stocks, or some shares, or some ownership of your company. So in exchange, they receive ownership, equity. In other words, part of your business. So as I said, these can be friends, family members, they can be entrepreneurs, sometimes they can be retired business owners themselves, they can be retired business owners themselves, they can be financials. They will usually invest in your business in the early stages, usually, and they are confident that they will get the return on their investment. They are not stupid. They will know and be confident that what you have going on is a viable business for which they can also make some money. Remember, these are people who sometimes are experienced. They will have looked at your business and convinced that they can support you by joining you. So that's angel investments. It's one source that you can rely on. So these are different from when you deliberately go and sell your shares in a stock market, right? Listing your company going public. Your company at this stage is probably still private, but others have joined in. So you are raising capital not by having debt with anybody. The company itself has raised money just by diversifying its ownership. Okay? Just by expanding its ownership, you have raised money, not borrowing from anybody. Another route is what they call equity crowdfunding. Equity crowdfunding. Here in Malawi, this is not very common because we don't have formal institutions for crowdfunders. But the concept here is that you raise money through platforms similar to what we call crowdfunding, but you are targeting individuals, a number of individuals, not one person. A pool of individuals who have resources that they can invest in your company, and in return, you give them shares. So these are individuals who will try to join in your business project as a group, or many of them. That's why it's called crowdfunding. Unlike angel investments, crowdfunding is a group of a number of individuals who are investors, and you give them a small share. Many of them, but you give them a small share of your company in return for their investment. You give them a small share to a group, a larger number of investors. That's why it's called crowdfunding. You had a question, right?
It's what crowd, C-R-O-W.
This one here. Like a crowd.
Oh,
Like a crowd. Uh-huh.
Just statement to say money is raised through platforms. There is a statement.
we talked about
Platforms. That money is raised through platforms.
Yeah.
Crowds, whether it's platforms.
There are some places where you have platforms for crowdfunding, okay? Like in other countries, in the US and the like. You have crowdfunding platforms, okay? And those platforms, people, you have a number of investors, not just one or two, where you can also place your offer. Your business can be listed there for funding.
Is it the same as sharks?
Yeah, for example, you have in the US, for example, you have one called Kickstarter. It's a crowdfunding platform. AngelList another one is India Go.
India?
Yeah, in the Go. So it's INDIE Go.
India.
It's a crowdfunding platform. It's not a stock market, but this is a crowdfunding platform where a number of individuals can go into join you in a project, a business project, in exchange for a small share of the company. So it's not just one individual. So if it is a platform, so the platform has got members, right? You are a member of the platform for crowdfunding. Now there's a particular company which needs money. It has a business project. That platform will offer them the money to that particular company, right? In exchange for a small share of that company. Now you as members of that platform will definitely automatically have some ownership in that particular company. It's like the way, for example, if you invest your money with brokers, the brokers will sometimes use your money to buy shares on your behalf. You have not directly gone there and evaluated whether that company can go in. Now this kind of platform will do that for you and an investor.
Example here in Malawi.
Yeah, given you the example of brokers, for example, stock brokers. And the other, number three, the other method or facility is what we call the initial public offerings. Initial public offering. You can go public with offering your shares. You can list your company and request those who are interested to buy shares in your company can do so. So for example, I think here in Malawi you saw a situation where TNM and Airtel went and listed on the Malawi Stock Exchange. And they initially will announce to the public that they want to list some shares, basically offer some shares to the public. And that one, the initial public offering usually is used to raise money for be it Airtel or TNM. So they will say, for example, 20% of their shares of TNM company will go public. People can buy 20% of TNM shares. And then you guys start making offers. You do it, you can do it either yourself or through stockbrokers. Do you have a question? You look confused. Okay. Are you okay, or are you feeling something somewhere? You're fine.
Is it the seminar? Well, my backs, they sold only 100% their shares to me.
No, it's not the same.
It's just part of it.
Yeah, no, that was a takeover. Yeah, that was basically selling the company off. And you know who bought, eh? Yeah. Is it 2 or more companies that have bought that? the Catholic and this other bank in Uganda.
Oh,
Yeah, they are the ones who have bought my banks. The Lilongwe Archdiocese and another bank in Uganda. They are the ones who have bought my banks. So the Catholic Church has a lot of money, right? Buying a bank.
it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one way. Initial public offerings. So we have three: angel investments, crowdfunding, initial public offerings. That can be one of those ways in equity financing.
Initial public and crowd, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same. The crowdfunding is basically for a particular project, right? For a particular project, business project. So you want to raise money, maybe to expand your business or something, right? And these investors can come in, provide funding and crowdfunding arrangement. Not like individuals coming in. A crowd of investors. Some of these things are not available here in Malawi, so maybe as examples, it can be difficult for you to have a physical example in your mind, right? But as a concept, understand it as a concept. That's what learning is all about, right? Not all things that we learn we see. Do you have any question? Madam?
Yeah.
You seem to
No, I'm worried.
ah.
Yeah, I get it.
You go on application.
Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of equity financing? Can you tell me some? Can you tell me some, guys?
Sometimes it's not reliable in terms of investment. Some investors may not believe in what you're doing.
Excellent. Especially when your company is still small. When you are still small, a lot of people may not actually believe in your project. Maybe a family member, like an angel investor who is a family member, maybe your uncle, people who know you very well, might say, for example, if it's a sole proprietorship, and you are looking for, funds, and trying to convince some people to join you in exchange for having part ownership to the company. When you are just in the beginning, it's very difficult to convince people. Yeah, so you are very right. So you might be too small. Okay? You might be too small, so your business might be too small for an angel investor, for example, or a venture capital investor to join you. Unfortunately, a lot of these small companies are the majority. You know, small companies are the majority in a lot of countries. So you might get something like 80% of small investors who need money in the first year.
Another disadvantage is it's like picking up the company.
Sorry?
You're picking up the company.
Mm-hmm. Loss of control.
Yeah, because we are the workers from
Loss of control. Now
That
that.
is bad.
So, for example, you remember the advantages of it. So, proprietorships was that.
your own boss.
And you can make quick decisions
Yeah.
and blah 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 blah.
Coffee.
But now, once you sell part of your company because you needed money, definitely you have lost control. Because now you have to control other people before you make major decisions. Other people have got a stake in your company. It can be an uncle who is an angel investor. It can be an outsider. It can be crowdfunders. It can be venture capitalists. Yeah. What are the advantages? You have only concentrated on the bad part. What are the good part?
I think Sube doesn't worry.
Yes. One good advantage of raising capital through equity financing is that no repayments. Because you are selling shares and not borrowing money. One advantage is that you don't owe anybody. You do not have debt to pay off. So that's a good thing. There are no debt obligations. If the company falls, you owe for. All you investors, nobody owes, you are not owing anybody. So all of you are taking that risk. It's either the company grows or doesn't. So that's the risk of investment. So everybody is taking a risk. But when you are borrowing, you have to repay the money. Equity is good in that sense, but you don't have repayment obligations. And that is why you have that also the other disadvantage that we talked about. That because you are small, people think you might be risky. It might be risky to invest in your company. And as you know, equity, you don't repay if the company doesn't do well. So the investors are more careful. They really look at your company. And all this, one thing which maybe I didn't say, is that you need a lot of paperwork. You need to have documentation. You need to have all the paperwork that is required. For example, you need to show how much money you have been making, what are your plans, what losses, if you have been having losses in the past years. So people can look at those documentation and decide. So there is a lot of paperwork that you have to prepare for other people to be interested in investing, to take up shares in your company, to join you. There's a lot of preparatory work that you have to do, documentation. Are we clear on equity financing before we go into debt financing? an equation. I have some notes, so you get more details. Sorry? The problem is these notes are in a folder. So as I was preparing them, I was just shoving them into that folder. So if doing it on WhatsApp is a problem, but through Flash. I don't know how do you share these things in a group?
No?
In a group, folders. How do you share them?
You mark.
Teach me, I don't know how to share folders in a WhatsApp. Because folders you see with some WhatsApp, right?
Yes. Email do somebody.
If you tell me how to do it, I will be able to do it myself. Just straight to the group.
Madina, Mona never told me.
Yeah.
No.
How was it for?
Do you see for
Folder is single. Folder single. Uma itumiza ngati file. Taesa we folder tumiza folder. Ukana
folder ni jani?
Si document.
Ni jani?
Ni folder. Document ni jani?
Document.
The document is like a folder.